If you've ever tried creating YouTube videos or you watch YouTubers, you're probably familiar with some of the basics of fair use and some of the ways that YouTube system is completely broken. It allows bad actors, bad faith actors, to take advantage of small channels who don't have enough money, resources, or experience to really defend themselves. And when that first kind of a notice comes through, the first time you get a copyright strike or video gets taken down, it can be very scary, especially when big companies send scary legal letters, or when a well-known copyright troll tries to, in my opinion, strong arm you for hundreds of dollars because you included a picture for 4 seconds out of a 1,000-second video. A 17-minute video showed a picture for 4 seconds, and this guy is writing a 4 or 5 page legal document demanding hundreds of dollars that he's been robbed of. By the way, a video that probably made less than $100. He somehow thinks he should be getting $500, $600, $700. This is what we deal with oftentimes as YouTubers. Now, I want to be clear, I'm not a lawyer, but when you've been doing YouTube for a decade, you get used to you understand what's fair use, what's not fair use. I don't think that artists who create should be robbed of their work and not compensated. I think that they should also be accredited. I've had a few run-ins before where, my thumbnail guy, for example, used an image he unknowingly used an image that was copywritten. They reach out and I always remove it and apologize. And I get it. I don't think that work should be stolen and used, especially by corporate media, for profit. That said, when you're talking about a YouTuber with, videos that regularly get 10 to 20,000 views, using a picture for 4 seconds that they probably just Googled and found a picture of subject matter of a 17-minute video, and you send them a letter demanding hundreds of dollars, I think you're a copyright troll. I think that that's petty. I think that it's weak, and I hope it backfires. So there's a retro gaming channel. A lot of you might not know this, but I'm into collecting retro stuff. You can see I have Neo Geo stuff behind me. I've been working on my master system collection for some time, but now, things are tightening up a little bit, and it makes, it's difficult to collect these days. So that's kind of on pause, but I still consume a lot of their content. This particular video was brought to my attention by many of you, channel from Lady Decade.
Promote yourself, blah, blah, blah. Well, anyway, so we've got this letter, and be really careful about basically saying, oh, well, you used my image in your YouTube video from the 4th of April of 2021, so this isn't even like a recent thing. And basically this whole letter is like scary legal sounding letter with all of these like points in it, like very legal formal sounding, terrifying scary letter, and like blinding you with science, and you're reading it like, oh, I don't understand all of this. And basically I was like, what on earth is this referring to?
So, and by the way, there are a couple of YouTubers that may uploaded videos making fun of this woman because they didn't think that it was enough money to ruin their life. That's just pathetic loser talk, and I hope she doesn't pay any mind to it. So essentially, whoever this guy is, and I'll show you who he is in a minute, he's a well-known copyright troll. And by the way, look, again, if somebody knowingly is ganking your work, I think you should, that's one thing. It's a YouTuber and a video they uploaded over a year ago that didn't even, it was a video on Altered Beast, the Sega game, wasn't even like that popular, right? It's not like it got millions and zillions of views. And now you're demanding, by the way, this person also struck down the video, okay? So they struck down the video. The channel now has a copyright strike from it. And 3 strikes, your entire channel gets deleted. And who knows, you know, if this person's trolling through looking for, like, a normal person might say, hey, you know, use a copyrighted image, you know, maybe, you know, I'm sure you didn't do it on purpose and blah, blah, blah. They don't strike down the video. That's not a normal reaction to seeing a small YouTuber. And by the way, in the meantime, I'm going to leave Lady Decade's YouTube channel in the pinned comment. And I, just like with Trillium and other people that we've talked to, Ursha Gaming, Isha Gaming, sorry, go give her a subscribe. I have a strong feeling you're really going to like the content. It's long format, well-researched, interesting retro video game content, and it probably helped cheer up a little bit. So they get a letter, $500, 500 euros or so that this guy wants on a video that probably made 20 euros, okay? I'm going to tell you this right now, Lady Decade, I will pay that money. And some of you might be saying, well, don't pay that money, it's fair use. This one isn't a slam dunk fair use. It's more of like a mistake. I grabbed an image, I didn't know it was copywritten. Obviously, you're talking about 4 seconds in a 995 second video, which means if you want to break it up, I would say you are entitled to exactly 0.4% of the revenue from that video. Okay, the video was not about the image. It wasn't making money off the image. It just happened to be some B-roll that popped in there. Okay, this is not really what copyright law is meant to protect. Okay, you're not profiting off that image. That image didn't increase the viewership of that video. That image didn't increase the earnings of that video. That image didn't cause more people to subscribe. I've seen it. I saw the video in its uncut form. It was 4 seconds. Not even. It was probably 3.5, you know, or so. And so this guy wants $500 from them, and they're feeling like, oh, I'm being extorted. I'm sure they feel like they're being extorted, I'm saying. And I sympathize with that. In this particular case, it would be maybe something they could win in court, but it's a little different than a clear-cut fair use case. And so, you know, my advice to Lady Decade, I've spoken to her at length, and I said, look, I think, you know, $500 is absurd to request for earnings on that. It is absolutely absurd. But what's more concerning is the copyright strike, because you could end up losing your channel. You know, if something happens, you know, when you cover video games, you never really know. And so I said, hey, look, I'll pay for it. I'll pay for the, you know, you don't have to tell anybody you took the loss. Like, I guess this is just between us now. I'll pay this clown. And put your, you know, chop that second out, chop those 3 seconds out, put your video back up and get on with your life. I'm sure it's very scary, you know, the first time you have to deal with lawyers and this and that. I don't think that coming to some agreement to pay this would be any kind of setback for fair use, because again, you know, I think if you go to court, even if you win, you're losing more than $500. I don't think this sets precedent. You know, I did tell her, hey, talk to a lawyer. I'm not a lawyer, but you know, I'd be happy to pay the 500 pounds or whatever that is, funny money, UK funny money. I would only ask that you re-upload the video and don't back down, but you know, chop that section out though.
Because we're really careful about what we use on YouTube. Sorry. Very careful with YouTube. We credit everything and we write down where we got everything, like even on images and even images and thumbnails, we literally write it all down. And occasionally we slip up and we might miss something, but then normally if someone says something about it, say, oh, if you've used my image, can you credit me please? Oh yes, oh gosh, I'm so sorry. Yes, of course, certainly. Do you want us to promote yourself, blah blah blah? Well, anyway, so we've got this letter and it states like to send them a response by email and giving us like their address, blah 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 blah. But all very formal, like it's like scary, like it had come from a corporate company, except it's not on headed paper. And they've demanded money. They've demanded that we pay them just shy of. Sorry. They've demanded that we pay them just shy of £500, which I know probably doesn't sound like a lot of money to. Sorry. I don't have that money.
Look, and I see some people saying, oh, well, just sell your collection, blah, blah, sell these stuff. You know, like, come on. Yeah, okay, fine. But you know what? I'm saying, like, look, I'll just pay for it, okay? Do you think some people, you know, like, clearly this person is extremely distressed. The idea that they would be faking this is absurd. If they are faking it, they have a bright future in Hollywood. They're clearly having anxiety and stress over this, and you know, it's insane. Could they win in court? Maybe. Could they lose? Also maybe. Anytime you go to court, it's a gamble. And I don't think that this is as clear-cut of a fair use case as I've seen in the past. But, you know, their channel is, you know, subscribe to their channel. That's how we're going to fight back against this. And I'm going to pay the 500, whatever, pounds. What do I do? Just send lard or something like that? Sand? I'll send 500 pounds of sand in a bag. You know, maybe, yeah, I don't think this is a fair use situation. I think that this is just a dude who has a long history. By the way, when you look into who he is, Martin McNeil, he has a long history. Some of his coworkers, people that have worked for him in the past, have shared some interesting stories with me. I'm not saying that the guy's work should get ripped and profited from, but some YouTuber accidentally using it as a B-roll for 4 seconds out of a 17-minute video is not exactly you fighting the good fight, man. It's you being a dick. I hope you enjoyed this video. Go subscribe to Lady Decade. I'm going to make sure she gets her money to pay this guy, so hopefully he can feed his family now after he bullied a small YouTuber. I hope he feels good and strong about his... By the way, he's protected his Twitter account now because everyone's pointing out how ridiculous it is. Look, if Ford or Chevy or Honda uses your image and they don't pay you, get paid, brother. I 100% understand. Some small-time YouTuber who accidentally used an image and you take, and your first thing to do is to harass them for money is pathetic, dude. Relax. I hope you enjoyed this video. Go subscribe to Lady Decade, and we'll talk to you again real soon.